Hey guys, welcome to Thrive with Stride and welcome to the weekend. Welcome to spring. This is the first couple days of spring. It's amazing, it's beautiful, and I am so happy to bring you the good weather in March because this is my birthday month, of course. Both me and my daughter, we are the spring babies. But yeah, so I feel good because you know what? I'm hoping that winter is behind us. This is spring actually, but sometimes winter comes back, sometimes in March, but let's not even think about it. Today is beautiful and it's sunny. But I also want to thank you guys for all of those wonderful birthday messages that you sent for me and my daughter. Thank you so much, and I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thanks so much to Black Queen for that super chat that you sent me. I really do appreciate it. The super thanks that you sent me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, guys, I actually want to talk a little bit about the view. The view. Yeah. The view from here. Well, no, the view. The actual view. So, guys, the other day, the view were talking a little bit about Gwyneth Paltrow, and she did an interview, and she said in the interview, they asked her, how does she feel about Meghan stepping into her space? Because she has that Goop thing. But you know what's funny? I think Goop is way different to As Ever is going to be. So Goop is like completely different. I don't know why they want to put the comparisons, but I guess they're in the same field. So there you go. And Gwyneth Paltrow did say that she was raised to see other women as friends and not foes. And she also went on to say, she did give a little dig at Meghan, talking about if she can get through their security. She did say she met Meghan once or twice or whatever, but they don't know each other like that. They're not friends. But, she kind of did do a little dig on Meghan, and she said that if she can get through the security, she would love to, to bring them something, or, she said something along those lines. But, it is what it is. I don't expect her to be 100%, but either way. So Anna Navarra, everybody else was kind of supportive, I guess, as supportive as you can get on The View. And Anna Navarra was the only one who was like, oh, she doesn't care. But the thing is about Anna Navarra, I think because she did ask these questions, she was like, she said, what's interesting? What an influence on culture that Meghan, and I'm going to say Sussex, but she said Markle, but I'm going to say Meghan Sussex, is. She gets discussed all the time. Whether you love her or hate her, or you don't care, and she kind of, made it clear that she's one of the people who just don't care. And then Joy said there's something about her that triggers people. Maybe it's because she's a duchess and married to a prince, so everyone's jealous of her. And then she's like, well, except for Anna, because Anna doesn't care. But the thing is that these ladies, and especially Anna, doesn't seem to understand is that the reason why Meghan is getting the hate and the trolls are coming after her is there's a whole plethora of reasons. It's not just because people hate her. There's a whole plethora of reasons why Meghan is getting the hate. And it's mostly it's because, hey, there's a whole smear campaign against her. And this smear campaign was sanctioned by the royal family. Okay? So she can't understand why Meghan gets all this attention. Well, it's so funny that they would say it's attention now, but I don't see it as attention. I see it as a giant smear campaign. There's misogyny here. There's racism here. There's classism here. And like I said, it is because it's been sanctioned by the royal family. Okay? And, the thing that they're upset about as well is because Meghan, she showed that she wasn't impressed and she wasn't just grateful to be there. Because there's a lot of people who think that she should be just be grateful that she was ever there. right? And some people don't think that a biracial black woman should have all this power and access, etc. And that is kind of some of the reasons why, right? That is some of the reasons why a lot of these people like to come after Meghan. So, a lot of people, they just don't understand. And it is what it is. But I just thought I would mention that. And another thing too, Misan Harriman, he did discuss a little bit about Meghan, Harry and Meghan. And a lot of people, they're trying to bury this interview that he did, but I'm going to show it here. And he talked a little bit about the industrial and very focused hate machine against Meghan and Harry. Take a look.
Industrial and very focused hate machine that I've seen, I've experienced myself due to my proximity to both Harry and Meghan, has been extraordinary. And what I would say is that, one day, her children will be adults and it'll be impossible to protect them, right, from the ledger, and it is a ledger of hate that mainly the British media has been responsible for. And what I mean by that is, last time I checked, Meghan is not dropping bombs on people. She's not annexing nations. She's not a paedophile. Yet there is way more coverage and time and words spent directing hatred towards her than people that are really, really hurting people. And I do wonder how history is going to remember those that held the pen and the microphone and kissed their kids goodnight at night and paid their mortgages off the back of focusing hatred to one woman that most of them have never met. I do wonder how history will remember those that knowingly did that for the sake of the combination of misogyny, misogynoir, greed, being part of a system that they were just like, well, I was doing what my editor told me and not caring. I do wonder how history will remember.
I mean, when you say you've experienced it, what do you mean?
Because I've had people send me DMs saying, unspeakable things that they would want to do to her, her children, her husband, myself, unspeakable things. And you have to ask yourself, how did we get here? If you don't like her, that's fine. If you don't like the things she puts out,
the TV show,
write an article saying you don't like it. But 24 hours focused hatred on this one woman, this mother, this human being.
Yeah, so this is what he said. And this is the thing that we all keep saying. Meghan did not attack anybody. Meghan she's not affecting your life. But we all know the reason why all this is really happening is because of the smear campaign. I mean, there's always been people who don't like whatever, but the fact is they're all kind of piling on because it is made to be okay that we pile on to Meghan. That is the long and short of the story here. It is like a whole thing, like the whole smear campaign and everything. That is the reason why this is more or less kind of happening here. It's because it was like we were given the leeway. People were given the leeway to just be mean and harsh and cruel, and that is kind of half of the smear campaign right there, because people are following other people and thinking it's okay to just say the most horrible things that you can find to say about a person. That is the long and short of the story here for me. And in other news, this podcaster called Amanda Hirsch, she has a podcast called Not Skinny But Not Fat, apparently. I've never heard of it, but here you go. So apparently she said on her social media that she was scared for Meghan because of all the hatred and all this stuff that has been going on, which is what Masan was talking about just now and what I was talking about as well. Like all the things that have been happening as far as Meghan is concerned, all of the pylon of hatred, basically. But she did post this, and take a look at this.
And I was like, what is this? What is this? What is this? Started thinking what it could be. Any guesses?
I guess a letter from the Duchess Meghan Sussex. Yeah, she received this beautiful handwritten letter from Meghan. And Meghan did say, "Dear Amanda, I heard you're feeling pretty scared. Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it. As ever, Meghan." That is what Meghan wrote to her. So I don't know anything about this woman. I don't know if she's ever been talking about Meghan, but maybe Meghan has listened to her podcast, or maybe somebody put it onto Meghan that, you know, she said this in one of her social medias. And yeah, Meghan sent her a nice handwritten letter. I think that is beautiful. I think it's beautiful. And it goes to show that Meghan is letting us know, hey, don't worry about me. You know, this is our era of joy, right? This is the era of joy. And of course, these are some beautiful pictures that Meghan shared on, as ever, her official Instagram for her business, as ever. Right? So, yeah. So, you know what? It's been a long week. There's been so much going on. Another thing that happened as well is that Ted Sarandos, I think that's his name. I think I said that right. He was also asked a question about, obviously, Harry and Meghan and their Netflix deal and all that. He was doing a magazine, and he kind of said, hey, Harry and Meghan, they're both kind of underestimated, and mostly Meghan is underestimated because, you know, she has a lot of appeal to people, although there's people who want to make it seem like if she's hated. She's not hated. She's not widely hated. It's just the hate campaign is very strong and it's very loud. But there's a lot of people who love Meghan because, judging from the fact that she is responsible for over 10 million in like sales, and also for her brand, as ever, $10 million, guys. $10 million in advertisements, in advertising, pretty much, for her brand. Because when Meghan, I mean, listen, she sells out Hermes blankets. Who has ever heard of that? She sells out Hermes blankets. Because he also said that a blanket that was kind of behind them when they were doing the Netflix series sold out. I mean, who sells out Hermes blankets? Harry and Meghan do. Mostly Meghan. So everything that she touches seems to turn to gold. I mean, Le Creuset has gotten a resurgence from her. And I think, you know what Meghan needs to do now? She needs to have her own line of crockery from Le Creuset. Yeah, because everybody will know, hey, it's well made. It's Meghan's stamp of approval. I want to see As Ever on there, As Ever by Le Creuset, or something like that. That's what needs to happen next, okay? Meghan, I'm giving you a hint. I'm just joking. Meghan does not need a hint from me, guys, but you know what I'm saying here. Le Creuset needs to give Meghan her own line of crockery. And you know what I would do? I would save every penny I have, and I would buy my first Le Creuset pot, because I don't have a Le Creuset pot. But I will get one if Meghan has her own brand, if she has her own line of crockery from Le Creuset. That I would definitely listen. It would be worth it, because they last a lifetime. They have a lifetime warranty, so that's why they are $400, because they have a lifetime warranty on them, and that would be great. But anyways, guys, listen. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I am presuming that the weekend will be beautiful, judging from today. The weather is gorgeous, and it's supposed to warm up. here in Canada. So yeah, let's hope for that. And guys, I will talk to you in the next one. If you sent any super chats or super stickers or anything like that, I really do appreciate it. And if you want to support me further, you can go over to my Etsy store. I do have to go and do some stuff on there and retool some things on there. And there's a couple things that I need to do on my Etsy store, but you can still go on. You can go on and you can order something if you want to support me further, guys. And yeah, I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.